This morning, a 72-year-old woman sadly passed away without warning. The cause? A mistake she made without even knowing it. Something so common that many people over 70 do it every single day. The truth is, as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to little habits that once felt harmless in younger years. Sadly, those small choices can build up in ways that put our health at serious risk. In this video, we'll go over 4 morning mistakes that could be putting you in danger without you even realizing it. These are mistakes that can affect your heart, your circulation, your balance, and even your brain health. And the worst part? Most people over 70 make at least one of these mistakes every single morning. But here's the good news. Once you know about them, they're simple to fix. And avoiding them could mean the difference between living healthy and facing a serious medical emergency. Stick with me until the end, because the last mistake is one almost no one talks about, but it's also one of the most dangerous. Many seniors don't realize they're doing it, yet it can raise the risk of falls, dizziness, and even heart problems. You don't want to miss it. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a video. If you like this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I know, and can make better ones for you. Now let's get started. One of the riskiest things you can do in the morning is something that feels totally harmless: getting out of bed too fast. You might not think twice about it, but for older adults, this simple habit can trigger dizziness, sudden drops in blood pressure, and even dangerous falls. As we get older, our circulation system doesn't adjust as quickly as it once did. After lying down for hours, blood gathers in the lower body, and if you sit up or stand too quickly, your blood pressure can fall sharply. This is called orthostatic hypotension, and it's why so many people over 70 feel dizzy or lightheaded in the morning. Think about the last time you got out of bed. Did you feel unsteady for a few seconds? Maybe your vision blurred a little, or you had to grab something for balance before walking. That's your body showing it wasn't ready for the quick move. And if you're not careful, that brief wobble could cause a dangerous fall. Take someone like Edward, 74. Each morning, he'd wake up, swing his legs over the bed, and stand right up. He never thought twice about it, until one day he blacked out for a moment and nearly collapsed. Luckily, he fell back on his bed, but it could have been far worse. That's when he realized he had to change his morning routine. The fix is simple but powerful. Instead of jumping out of bed, try this 3-step method. First, when you wake up, take some deep breaths and wiggle your fingers and toes to get circulation moving. Second, slowly roll to your side and sit up gradually with your feet flat on the floor. Third, before standing, pause to steady yourself. Rotate your ankles, stretch your arms, and give your body a few seconds to adjust. It might feel like a tiny change, but this habit can dramatically cut your risk of dizziness, imbalance, and falls. And as you already know, falls are one of the biggest dangers for older adults, often leading to broken bones, hospital stays, and even long-term mobility problems. So if you've been in the habit of getting up too quickly, it's time to rethink your mornings. Those few extra seconds could truly save your life. One of the most common yet dangerous mistakes people make in the morning, especially after 70, is skipping water right after waking up. You might not think hydration is urgent the moment you get up, but after hours of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated, and for older adults, that can carry serious risks. While you sleep, your body keeps working. Your organs function, your lungs breathe, and you lose fluids through sweat and breathing. By morning, your blood is a little thicker, your circulation slows down, and your body is running at a small deficit. If you don't replace that lost fluid quickly, it can raise the risk of problems like high blood pressure, sluggish circulation, or even stroke and heart attack. Think about how you usually feel in the morning. Do you ever wake up with a dry mouth? Do your joints feel stiff? Maybe your energy feels low, or it takes a while to feel truly awake. All of these can be signs of dehydration, and if your first drink is coffee instead of water, you might be making it worse. Take someone like James, 76. His routine for decades was waking up and heading straight for coffee. He never questioned it until he began having dizzy spells and brain fog in the mornings. His doctor suggested drinking water first thing after waking up. Within weeks, he felt more alert. His headaches faded, and his energy improved. Water is essential. It thins your blood, supports kidney function, and eases strain on the heart. A glass first thing in the morning helps kickstart your metabolism, rehydrates your organs, and gets circulation flowing again. For anyone with digestion issues, morning hydration can even help things move more smoothly. If you don't usually drink water in the morning, start small. Keep a glass by your bed and sip it as soon as you wake. If you like warm drinks, try warm water with lemon instead. Your body worked all night long, and it needs hydration to perform at its best. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. By then, you're already dehydrated. Make water your first step each morning, and your body will thank you for it. If you're still watching and find this helpful, drop the number 2 in the comments so I know you're here. Now, let's move forward. For a lot of people, the day doesn't really start until they've had that first cup of coffee. It's a routine built over decades. Wake up, pour a cup, and get moving. But here's the catch. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can be one of the worst things you do for your health, especially after 70. When you wake up, your stomach is empty and your body is in a fragile state. Blood sugar is low, digestion is just waking up, and cortisol, your natural stress hormone, is already at its peak. Coffee on an empty stomach spikes cortisol even higher, which adds more stress to the body, causes stomach discomfort, and over time may lead to acid reflux or irritation. If you've ever had coffee in the morning and felt jittery, lightheaded, or a bit queasy, that's your body sending a signal. The acidity in coffee irritates an empty stomach lining, triggering indigestion, reflux, or heartburn. For older adults with more sensitive digestion, that irritation can easily become a daily problem. Look at Roberts, 75. His mornings always started the same. Black coffee first, food later. He thought nothing of it until frequent acid reflux set in. At first, he blamed spicy foods or aging, but after talking with his doctor, he learned coffee on an empty stomach was stressing his system. He started eating something small, like a banana or a few nuts, before his coffee, and within weeks, the discomfort eased. The key isn't cutting out coffee, it's changing the timing. Eating a little first helps buffer the acidity, steadies blood sugar, and lowers stress on the body. If you always reach for coffee first thing, try switching the order. Even AI diet. Few crackers, a slice of toast, or a piece of fruit before your coffee can make a big difference. If coffee tends to leave you anxious or jittery, eating first balances things out. Caffeine on an empty stomach absorbs too fast, giving you a sharp boost followed by a crash. Eating beforehand slows the process, giving a steadier lift instead of a sudden spike and dip. So tomorrow, before you sip that coffee, ask yourself, have I given my body something to work with? A small tweak in your routine can go a long way toward protecting your stomach, balancing your energy, and keeping you feeling strong. One of the most dangerous mistakes you can make after 70 is brushing off morning stiffness. Many people wake up with tight joints and assume it's just normal aging. They push through it, get moving quickly, and don't think twice, until one wrong step leads to pain, injury, or even a serious fall. While you sleep, muscles and joints stiffen from less movement and slower circulation. This is even more common in older adults since the body makes less synovial fluid, the natural joint lubricant. The result? When you wake up, your body simply isn't ready for sudden action. If you stand too quickly, twist wrong, or take an unsteady step, you're putting yourself at risk. Think about a morning when you got up and felt tightness in your back, knees, or shoulders. Maybe it faded after a few minutes, or maybe you ignored it. But skipping over stiffness every day can lead to bigger problems later. Reduced mobility, lasting pain, or a sudden injury that could have been prevented. Look at Walter, 78. He was fairly active. So when he woke stiff, he'd just power through. One morning on his way to the bathroom, he lost balance and fell hard on his hip. That single moment meant months of recovery, all because he didn't. Take a few extra minutes to warm up. The fix is simple. Before you even sit up, take time to loosen your joints. Start with small moves. Wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate ankles, stretch your arms. Still lying down, do a few knee lifts or gentle leg movements to ease your hips. Once you sit up, roll your shoulders, take deep breaths, and add light stretches before standing. It doesn't take long, but it makes a huge difference. Just a few minutes of gentle motion can mean the difference between feeling unsteady and starting your day with confidence. Also, be careful with your first steps. Use support if needed and avoid rushing, especially when heading to the bathroom in dim light. Your body needs time to adjust, and moving slower helps protect muscles and joints. So next time you wake up stiff, don't ignore it. Give your body a chance to ease into motion, because staying active and independent starts with protecting your mobility, and that begins the very moment you get out of bed. If you're still watching and find this helpful, drop the number 4 in the comments so I know you're here. Now let's wrap things up. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to think about your own mornings. Have you ever made one of these mistakes without realizing it? The truth is, our daily habits, especially the first ones after waking, set the tone for the whole day. And once you're past 70, those small choices become even more important. What seems minor in the moment can shape your long-term health. The good news is you don't need big changes to protect yourself. It's not about overhauling your lifestyle overnight. It's about simple tweaks. Taking an extra moment before getting out of bed, sipping water first thing, eating before coffee, and warming up stiff joints can make a world of difference. These aren't huge sacrifices, but they're powerful steps toward better mornings. Over time. These small shifts add up. They can mean the difference between staying active and independent or facing unnecessary health problems. Many people think health struggles in old age are unavoidable, but that's not always true. The choices you make each morning play a huge role in how strong, steady, and energized you feel in the years ahead. Now that you know the 4 most common mistakes, you have the power to avoid them. So let me ask, what stood out to you most today? Which morning habit do you need to adjust, or which one are you already doing right? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback motivates us to create even better content. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us keep making helpful videos to guide and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.